This podcast is brought to you by Tidewater Community College's Connect to TCC program. Welcome back to Meaningful Momentum with your host, Ms. Brown. If this is your first time, welcome. You have found something fantastic. So you probably, read the title or saw that these podcasts are very short, bite-sized segments. But the goal here is to make sure is that you have something that you can continue to consume that will help you to be able to maintain and cultivate a mindset of success. So whether it's you're leaving high school, entering into college, going through your college journey currently, or about to exit and go into, air quotes, the real world, this is a wonderful way for you to be able to, as you're either walking to class or, on your drive, to campus or whatever, that allows you to be able to continue to consume content that's going to help you as you're going through your journey. So again, welcome, and let's get started. So today, and we're always talking about success, so you already know what line we're on here. We are going to start talking about some of those things that kind of get overlooked when we start talking about our success as college students, but it's extremely important. And so that is the part of building connections and networking. So I already know, networking can sound like one of those extremely intimidating things, but also some people kind of think about it like if you're a business major, that's something that you need to be worried about, or maybe people who are currently working in their profession, but it really isn't. So networking is all about making sure that you're building relationships. And please trust me, this is the one thing that makes a huge difference in both your academic and your career success. Just for example, so when you start thinking about college and why networking matters, just think about you being in a place that's new and it's full of opportunities. And those things won't always find you if the only thing you're doing is going into class or just sitting in the classroom, or if your classes are, especially if they're virtual, you're in your room online, right? And so often it's the people that you get a chance to meet and communicate with, whether it's your professors, your advisors, people like me, or even your classmates, who eventually can lead you to opportunities that or open doors for you. I guess like a simple conversation could lead you to internships, even job opportunities, even gaining those opportunities to have mentors that can help guide you along your way through your academic career, or even within your journey after you graduate. There's a lot of things that you want to make sure that you're kind of keeping your mind on if you're kind of feeling a little bit nervous about the networking part. So networking itself is the strongest way for you to be able to advocate for yourself in your career. So a lot of times we say, you have to go out there and get it, put yourself out there, those types of things. But if you think about the word advocating for yourself, sticking up for yourself, or chasing the things that you want, you have to be able to be comfortable enough to advocate or to network. And so when you think about building those connections, you're making sure for yourself, you're creating opportunities to tell your story, to tell your why, to showcase those skills and those passions that you have, right? Because you want to say like, hey, if we've met, you've spent time with me, I'm giving you the opportunity, number one, to see that I'm the right person for this job that I want to have an opportunity to do, or the right person for this internship so I can gain all these nice skills, right? And so one thing you want to make sure that you're aware of is that you're not the only person who's nervous about doing that. And not just because you're entering into college. People all over the world of all ages, including myself, you can't see me raising my hand. It's nerve-wracking walking up to someone, like, let's say like in a career fair, saying, hey, my name is this and I want to work here, and this is all the wonderful things that I can do, and this is why you should hire me. Like, that's a nervous thing. We all know that public speaking in itself is one of the top fears, in the world. So we know that that's a thing. But what I'm saying is one of the earliest, or starting early, but one of the easiest ways for you to start networking, kind of flexing that muscle, is joining clubs that are on campus, those student organizations, right? Making sure that you're attending campus events, those things that are thrown. You may not want to mix and mingle a lot, but putting yourself in the environment where people are networking helps as well. I know it doesn't have to necessarily be like a formal setting, right, where you're wearing business suits and things like that. So just think that just going to campus events where other students are doing things allows you to be able to be in the mix where networking is happening amongst your peers, and also us professors and advisors that are on the campus, because we attend those events too. Something else I wanted to make sure that I mentioned is the practicing of that. And that's why I'm kind of pushing you to start making sure that you're getting involved on campus, is that the more you practice, the easier it gets. And that's also why, the conversation about elevator pitches really comes in handy. So those, short 30-second intros that let you really quickly share who you are, what you do, and what you're looking for. So it gives you a chance to really practice that and gain more confidence, not just the one time just because it needed to be recorded, but this helps you sort of shake off those jitters because you've practiced it enough in open settings. Again, it's not just about you wanting to get something in return, internships and jobs, right? So really start thinking about how you're networking with people. They're also networking with you. So it's that two-way street. And that's how those genuine relationships begin to be built as well. So the same way you guys come into my office and communicate with me, oh, Miss Brown, I need something. But over time, we begin to work together. You guys come in and you start assisting me with events that we're having. Why? Because we've built a relationship of supporting each other. And that's the same thing that happens if you become comfortable enough to graft yourself into the campus and start participating and pushing yourself to network more. And I want to kind of touch a little bit more on those connections with advisors and professors as well. There's so much information that's at your fingertips just because you've enrolled in these classes, just because you're a member of these clubs, right? So you have easy, quick access to be able to get lots of information that can help you be successful just because you're in the environment. Your professors, going to put air quotes around, we're required to talk to you and to support you, right? Because you're our students. So take advantage of the fact that that intro has already been done for you because you're simply a student, right? And finally, and the thing that I value the most is those long-term connections that you'll eventually be making. My friends, I still have the same friends that I've had since freshman year of college. We were in the same dorm and now we're still friends, and we meet up, even though people live all over in different states. We meet up every year to come to homecoming together. And so that's something I definitely want for you guys too, so that you can be able to, build those professional and personal long-term relationships simply just because you've decided to stretch yourself and begin networking and putting yourself out there. So it's not just about jumping in and going to a career fair and, grabbing the job that you want that makes networking really important. It's really holistic for you to stretch that muscle so that you can begin and continue to cultivate the life that you want and learn to advocate for yourself in a beautiful way. So as you're starting this new chapter, just remember that college isn't just about getting your degree. It's about networking, for the support and for the help that you need to make sure that you're going to succeed academically and professionally. So just please be open and be curious and just take those small steps to connect with each other and also with others. So just know that you're not the only one who's nervous about doing it. There's so much support out here to make sure that you have everything that you need to be successful. And again, I'm so thankful that you took the time today to just listen to Meaningful Momentum. And so I truly hope that you found this helpful. So stay connected, keep growing, and I guess I'll catch you next time.